After every storm, there is a moment when the clouds finally part, and the world feels new again. For CEO James and Diep, that moment of calm arrived not in a boardroom or through victory over rivals, but in the soft laughter of their daughter, baby Nee. On the surface, it seemed like they had reached the happy ending everyone dreams of. Yet beneath the joy, a lingering question remained. Was this truly the happiness they had been searching for, or was there still more to uncover? A family forged in adversity. James's life had always been defined by precision, ambition, and relentless drive. As the CEO of one of the nation's most powerful companies, he commanded influence that shaped entire industries. His calendar was relentless: meetings, negotiations, and decisions that carried the weight of thousands of livelihoods. Weakness had no place in his world, but then came Diep. She was not drawn to his title or his wealth. Instead, she saw the man behind the corporate armor, the quiet soul longing for something gentler than quarterly reports and market strategies. Diep herself was the daughter of humble beginnings, yet she carried within her a wealth far greater than money: generosity, resilience, and a heart that recognized beauty in the smallest of details. When their worlds collided, James felt something shift inside him. It was not the excitement of conquest, but the quiet peace of connection. The arrival of baby Nee, and then came Nee, the tiny spark who changed everything. Her birth was not just the beginning of her own life, but the rebirth of her parents. The first time James held her, something within him cracked open. The calculating businessman who once measured everything in numbers and margins now felt the immeasurable weight of love, pure, unconditional, and unshakable. Diep, too, was transformed. Motherhood gave her a new lens through which to see the world. Each giggle, each babbled word, each tiny step was a gift she treasured deeply. She found herself living not for tomorrow's worries, but for today's fleeting moments. Together, the three of them created a world of their own, a home filled with the symphony of laughter, late-night cries, and quiet reassurances. The new struggle: balance, but happiness never comes without its shadows. With the arrival of Nee came new responsibilities and difficult choices. James's empire still demanded his attention. Investors, partners, and employees expected him to remain the tireless strategist he had always been. Yet every meeting away from home now felt heavier. His heart was no longer in the skyscrapers of the city but in the nursery where his daughter slept. Diep, though resilient, felt the strain as well. Nights without sleep blurred into days filled with endless caregiving. She supported James's ambitions, but the weight of motherhood, combined with the need to hold the household together, tested her strength. Still, she never gave up hope. Her love for James and Nee anchored her, even when exhaustion loomed. Despite the struggles, their bond grew stronger. They discovered that happiness was not in perfection but in persistence, choosing each other, day after day. A choice that could change everything. The true test came unexpectedly. One afternoon, James was offered a lucrative opportunity, a major overseas investment that promised exponential growth for his company. It was the kind of deal most CEOs would seize without hesitation. But for James, the numbers blurred. All he could see was the cost, long absences, missed milestones, and a widening gap between him and the family he cherished. Diep noticed his hesitation before he spoke. Sitting quietly beside him, she placed her hand on his and asked softly, "You're thinking about the future, aren't you?" Then she said the words that cut through his turmoil. "The future isn't just about what we build. It's about what we live, here and now." Her reminder struck him deeply. Wealth and expansion could not replace Nee's first steps, her first words, or the warmth of family dinners. For the first time in years, James felt clarity. The true measure of success was not found in annual reports, but in the quiet moments that could never be bought back. Lessons from their journey. Their story offers more than a glimpse into one family's life. It is a mirror reflecting universal truths. Happiness lives in the small things. It's not in grand achievements but in laughter shared at the dinner table, a child's embrace, or a knowing glance between partners. Balance is not optional, it's essential. Professional victories mean little if they come at the expense of loved ones. True success is measured by the ability to balance ambition with presence. Love thrives on mutual support. James and Diep were strongest not in moments of celebration, but in hardship, when they leaned on one another and refused to give up. Caring for yourself is part of caring for others. Diep's realization that she needed to nurture her own soul, through reading, walking, and friendships, allowed her to be a better mother and partner. A happiness still in the making. As time passed, Nee grew quickly, her laughter filling the home with warmth. James, though still a leader in business, no longer defined himself solely by titles or achievements. And Diep, finding balance between motherhood and her own identity, discovered a quiet strength she had not known before. Their happiness was not a destination reached, but a road they continued to walk, step by step, hand in hand. The question remains: did they truly find happiness? Perhaps the answer lies not in a perfect ending, but in the ongoing choice to build love every single day.